What's up guys, it's Zero here and welcome to my channel and to my Zero to Hero series where I am planning to solo my way through the Ark and all the DLCs before Ark 2 is released later next year. So yeah, today guys, we're going to go and look for some extra teams. There is a Parasaur just in those trees over here that I want to go and get. It's a good level, so I'm going to get the bowler ready and go and bowl it up and then knock it out. Once we get that there, we're going to go on a bit of an exploration around the southern part of the map, just basically where we are at the moment, just trying to get a bit around a bit quicker than the Trike. The Trike's great, but yeah, it's a bit slow. Still going, and the stamina, although I've leveled up a little bit, isn't very good at all. So the Parasaur will at least allow us to move around a bit quicker, and the stamina drain doesn't seem to be as slow. As fast on those guys. So we'll get this guy trapped here. We'll have our crossbows ready, and then we'll take him out. So it's a 135. So we're actually getting fairly lucky with some of the levels in terms of our lower level teams with the 135 Trike and the Parasaur here. 135. So the good thing about these Parasaurs is that they won't need any narcotics with the settings I have. The settings at the moment I have are 5 times taming. I don't think it's too fast. I don't think it's too slow, as I'm on solo and I want to get the videos out for you guys. I need to speed up a little bit of time. I also have real life things to deal with in terms of work and a fiance to keep happy. So I think 5 times is a decent level. I don't want to be putting it on 10 times. That sort of takes the fun out of the game. Feels almost too cheaty. So this Parasaur is only a low level 24 tack Parasaur. It's nice colours, but it'd be better for the oil and the element dust and things like that. So just to make sure this Trike doesn't get in the way of my axe. So yeah, so some scrap metal, some oil, and some electronics. So I'm going to harvest up a bit more of these berries, and then yeah, just keep an eye on the Parasaur, make sure there's no dillos around. I thought I seen a dillo when I was running around there. I might have to double check here again, but so that should be enough berries now for that. I don't really care. I was hoping to get more measure berries, but it doesn't really matter. What level it's going to be. It's still going to be 100% team, or 100% effectiveness at least, or pretty much close to it. But I definitely think there's a dillo over here. I swore seeing the tail bobbing up and down. So yes, that's it there, isn't it? There we go. So I think this guys, they have messed up more teams than enough for me in the past. So I want to make sure that we don't have any problems with this one. So I'm going to go down here and get a drink as well. So just on my way back from getting that drink, and this this Trike Egg is sitting here. It's obviously that Trike from earlier on, so I'm going to keep my distance. Hopefully she doesn't aggro on me, although by the looks of it, I think she has. She is recharging at me, so alright, hopefully the aggro doesn't last too long. Let's see how long we'll run with her. So hi guys, I've kept this in. She aggroed for quite a long time. It was a good 5 minutes of me running around this part of the island. I didn't want to have the full thing at normal speed, so I've sped up a little bit, as you can see. But yes, she's aggroed for a long time. I don't know if Wildcard have changed the settings or what, or it's just because it's an egg. Usually when you attack them, they only aggro for a short time and you run away and they leave you alone. But this one kept coming at me, and unfortunately I had to take her out. So yeah, this one literally it was 5 or 6 months of me just running away. Heat exhaustion, dying for a drink, things like that there. So I'm having real bad luck with Trikes in this save so far. They are now my arch nemesis. So it shouldn't be too long now. We'll go back to the actual part of the video that we want to watch. But yeah, she got close to me a couple of times, but thankfully for the trees and the rocks, I was able to dodge around. And, yeah, I think it's one or two more darts here takes her out. So yeah, that was fun and interesting. I don't know, I maybe have to watch myself and pick up any eggs. So because of that, I missed the Parasaur getting up. Leveled out to 2-1, which is great. I'm gonna get a saddle made up for this guy and get that on him as well. I'm also gonna start picking up more of the fertilizer or poop for fertilizer for these plants. I want to get these fertilized as much as possible. So yep. So we'll get some scrap metal in here, maybe get some of the oil in there as well, some hide, so getting some gas made up as well. I don't need it just now. Obviously, we're not nowhere near the stage where we need to start crafting up gas, but it's always good to be prepared. So, or I might just keep the oil and put it in the preserving bin, give us a little bit extra for the prime meat, prime beef jerky. Sorry. So get this saddle on this guy. Some more thatch and load. I'm going to need to have for the saddle. And get some meat cooking. So yeah, guys, the series has been a fast one in terms of progress, and I've leveled up quite a lot as I've been doing this here. What have I now? 47, about to be 49. We've already passed the Pteranodon level for the saddle, which is 38, I believe. I was hoping to have a Pteranodon by now, but I haven't found one, and I haven't been able to really explore too far. But this here, well, I mean, I was getting the Parasaur, getting the saddle on, having better stamina than the Trike and faster. It'll allow me to then explore a little bit more, and then hopefully find a Pteranodon. What I do really need is a Spyglass, and I need crystal for that. There is a area for crystal. It's just across a couple of ponds. The issue we'll have with it is that there's sometimes quite a lot of raptors up there, and I don't think I'm equipped enough to handle a couple of raptors. The Trike is fine for them, but it's just too slow. I'll see what we can do in terms of getting up there. I might have to just go with the Trike. The Parasaur will not last too long, I don't think, with a pack of raptors eating it. So, as you can see, the Parasaur is a lot quicker than the Trikes when they're moving. The stamina drain is also very low on them, which is great. Means we can get a bit further without having to stop. So I'm just going to run across this wee part of the end. See what level this is. Quick primate. See what level we're at, or see where we are. Just down here in the pond. I might gather up a few bits of metal as well while we're down here. Like the weight value in the Parasaur is also fairly decent. Probably better than the Trikes, to be honest. Like level 20. But it's just the speed, and the stamina is much better. So we'll run down the beach here and see what we can find. If we can find a lonely raptor, I do have a bola. If we can find a lonely raptor, hopefully a decent level one, we'll be able to use that there to run around the island a bit better than the Parasaur. Raptors aren't the best team in terms of sort of health and damage, but they are very fast, and they can we can get around the island quite quickly with those. I have been thinking about getting a pack of raptors once we're a bit more established, once we actually have sort of a reason to get them, once we start sort of moving around the island a bit more. I think having a pack of raptors there would be great, especially imprinted ones. If we can breed a couple of high level ones, get those imprinted, and then use that there as the pack. So I found something really interesting. I'm not going to show it just yet. I might wait until the next episode, but it's given me ideas now to really progress. I know I've already said that we've progressed quite a lot in this series, but I've seen a dino that I want. It's a good level. We're not ready for it just yet. I want to keep it as a bit of a surprise. Hopefully in the next episode we can go and try to tame it. But it definitely opens up the possibility and changes our minds of what we're going to be doing. I did find this here Tech Raptor. It's only level 6 though, unfortunately. I am still going to tame it just because it's a Tech Raptor and it's level 6. And level 6 dinos, especially tech dinos, are about as rare as level 180, to be honest. There's a couple of combies. They are a pain in the ass, so they are. So shouldn't take any more darts or triangles, arrows. I keep calling them darts. I definitely get a rifle soon. I'll probably start calling those bloody arrows. But yeah, we're going to just keep an eye on this Raptor. It should be up very soon. There's also a very oh god, I'm getting attacked by things now. Run! There's also a Moschops down here. It's a very cool colour. I think it's only looking measures. Yep, there we go. So it's against a low level, but the colours are quite cool. So I'm going to tame that as well, and I might pick up the screen drop and see what we'll have in it. So we'll get this here tamed up here as well, and then we're going to pick up that Raptor. It should be going very soon. So it's only low level, so we need to get a bit of meat on her. Oh god, 2 feeds. So yeah, the Raptor's up. I'm trying to whistle. I need to get my whistles sorted. I've messed up my whistles and they're not attacking things I want them to attack. There's a Pteranodon here that I'm gonna see. It's just landed. Then I'm gonna see what level it is. If it's 100 plus, I'm gonna tame it. 95. That's good enough for me. Right. Make sure you're on passive. No, not a joke. Won't change. Passive. They're all fine. Right, let's get this Pteranodon tamed up. So getting this here, though it's only a lower level one, it's still going to be the best flyer we have at the moment. This will open up the map a lot to us. We will have to stop an awful lot, I imagine, with the stamina. Even on a 150, stamina is usually quite poor on these guys, and the weight on them is also rubbish. But like I said, it's the best flyer we have at the moment. We'll use that there to get us around the map. We'll start using it to be able to actually tame other things. But yeah, I'll get some meat on this guy, and then we'll be back once he is ready to be tamed. Once he's ready to be named. So only one more feed, guys. This guy's up. I have been having a lot of target practice with these seagulls. I've killed about 5 or 6 of them now, so I'm just getting an eye on it. So there's our Pteranodon up now. So 141. Not great, but say there you go. Stamina 230, weight 180. I don't know if I'll even be able to carry me at the moment, which is great. So I've named this. I'm going to name this guy Ivan, and Ivan the Terrible, because it is a terrible Pteranodon, but he's our Pteranodon, and yeah, we're going to have a bit of fun with him, I hope, in the next episode or 2. Trying to get his established a bit more. I'm going to try to get some crystal now that I have a flyer. We can get there. We don't need to use the Trike or the Parasaur to get that sorted. So the Pteranodon's going to open up a lot of opportunities for us. It is rubbish. It's not a great team at all, but like I said, it's the best flyer we have, and it opens up the opportunity to actually go and get other flyers. Once we get a Spyglass, we can then start looking at other Pteranodons. Realistically, we're not too far off in Argent. Whilst I love Argents, I think if we were to get an Argent now, we would progress far too quickly. I think what I want to do is start looking around, thinking of bases to. What is wrong with this bloody dillo? It's an invisible dillo. Arrows just go through it. That was definitely a headshot. Right. Go on. There you go. See, I'm trying to attack me. That's such a weird thing. Yeah, I think once we get the Pteranodon and get a saddle on him, we can start sort of looking around the island and seeing where we're gonna sort of work towards. I do have a few ideas of where we're going to go. I think actually we'll have an episode dedicated just to sort of different base locations that I've been thinking of. I'll see which one we're going to pick. It is between 3 or 4, though that being said, there's a lot of different variables in terms of what we need and what we want. I do want to be close to the water, do want to be closer to the centre of the map so the flight times aren't as long. Do we want to be closer to certain levels of, or certain dinosaurs that we'll need for much later in the game, the bosses and things like that there. Things we need to decide. Also looking for flatter areas to land on, to build on essentially. It's also good, although that being said, it's not a priority. We can use pillars. We can build into the map, into the ground, into the rocks and things like that there. So not being totally flat isn't a big thing. But yes, we'll get back to the base here and we'll get a saddle on Ivan, and we'll take our first flight and see what we're gonna do. Let's get ourselves parked up here and get the Moschops also lined up perfectly. There's the Raptor as well. The Raptor definitely be able to hold me. There's another Pteranodon up here. I just want to see what level it is. Ideally, it's going to be a higher level than Ivan. Although with the luck I've had around here with this, it's probably level 15. It's landed a few times. It's similar colour. So yeah, so that's landed on the base a couple of times, teasing me. It's far too low a level. So I've crafted saddle. I'm going to get on Ivan now. I've cleared any of my weight on me to make sure that it can't carry me. So we should be good. But yeah, guys, this is our first flyer, which is fantastic. Once you get a flyer in the game, it opens the game up. It changes the way you play the game. Sometimes for good, sometimes for bad. What I've typically done is once I get a flyer, I don't really use too many ground mounts. The problem with that is you miss out on a lot of things, a lot of the fun down on the actual the island itself. So that mountaintop just sitting there just before I had to get stamina. That's where we're heading towards. We need to get crystal, and that's the closest area that has crystal. There's also really good rich metal nodes over that section as well, so we'll definitely be able to get some of that as well. Not at the moment, because like I said, the weight on this guy isn't great. But yeah, a couple bits of crystal is all we need for Spyglass. I think it's 2 or 3 for Spyglass, and yeah, we can we'll get that now. We'll bring these back once we get to the top. I imagine we'll have to stop a couple of times. So yes, guys. So this is the third stop. I actually stopped at the bottom of the mountain, and I've had to stop at the top of the mountain to get stamina. That's how bad we are. And there is a explorer note there. We can get extra XP, but I do have a plan for that in the next sort of a couple of episodes. I want to get a better Pteranodon before we do that there. So just get a couple bits of crystal here. Throw away the stone. 24 should be able to hold that, especially with those stone out. Yeah, so we're not going to be able to carry too much more than that there. And if we do, it's going to slow us right down. So I'll get ourselves back to our base, guys. Get ourselves caught up with our Spyglass, and then we'll go have an OZ just around our base location. So see you soon. So yeah, just coming into land now, guys. I'm excited to have this Pteranodon. It's been a while in terms of me leveling up and not being able to find a half decent one anywhere near the base. So I'm definitely excited to get that there. So Spyglass, yeah, it needs 2 bits of crystal, so we have well got enough for that there. So and this is the next step, guys. Again, Spyglass opens up different opportunities as well. Not that we need to always see the level of the dino, but when we are sort of scouting, especially for any carnivore type dinosaur like the Raptors, or even a Theracina, although it's not a carnivore, it is aggressive if you get too close. But essentially any dino now we're able to see its level and see if it's worthwhile trying to tame or thinking about taming it without putting ourselves in any major danger. So there is a reddish pink one over here, Pteranodon. I haven't been able to see it this level, but it's only level 10. So I've been across that there a few times with the Parasaur. I've seen that there and was unable to see the level. So I expect it to be low level because the crew colours are always low level. Especially on the island map, there must be a preset for low level dinosaurs to have crew colours or something. But there's a Baryonyx over there as well. But yeah, guys, I think that's gonna be it for today. We got a lot of things done, although it is a short episode. But we got ourselves a flyer, we got ourselves a Parasaur, we got ourselves some crystal, and we got ourselves a Spyglass. Was all things we definitely needed. So it's definitely been an eventful video in terms of progress. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to be it. If you have liked the video and the series so far, please do click that thumbs up button. It really does help small channels like mine get noticed by the algorithm and by YouTube. If you have any comments or any sort of ideas you want to share, anything, even things you want to criticise, then please do leave a comment. I will look forward to reading it. And if you can subscribe and share this with your friends, I would be forever grateful. See you in the next one. 0 out.